Yeah. But I mean, no one really likes tofu or meaningless sex, but in a way it's kind of easier. Like sometimes I kind of struggle loving myself fully. So having someone else do that for you is even more challenging. But I actually recently met this guy who's very vocal about the fact that he loves my tiny boobs. I mean, it's a part of me. It's a small part. So this is a Dutch man that I'm hooking up with. It's very important because one time while we were in it, or at least he was in it, I was on it. He goes, "Oh, pretty boobs." And then he goes, "Huh. Did you know that one of them is bigger than the other?" No way! Thank you for pointing out this physical flaw of mine that I definitely wasn't aware of. Like, who says that? Like, no one should expect boobs to be equal. I mean, at least I have two of them. It's not like he has two penises. And also, you know what's also unequal? The amount of times that he gets to finish and I don't. And we don't seem to talk about that. And it's also not like you see me going down there being like, "Oh, penis, num num num." Huh. Did you know that one of your balls fits easier in my mouth than the other? You know, he means well in his own way. I truly believe that. When I still had a nose piercing and I was a little bit agitated, one morning he looked at me and he goes, "You know, you're really pretty, but you kind of look like a clown right now." And my mind, craving for external validation, went, "Someone thinks I'm pretty and funny." One time I took my top off and he went, "Whoa, so magical." Now, not to downplay these clementines. I mean, they're great, about a handful, kind of squishy, a little bit uneven, but magical? Yeah. Maybe if you rub them hard enough, someone's wish will be granted. But if you would learn to rub other places better, then maybe all of our wishes will be granted. We're both Dutch, and we're master students, so we like to plan when we sit together a week in advance. I know, so much room to prepare for passion and spontaneity. There was this one night where I had some wine with my friends. I had 2 glasses. I was feeling wild and adventurous, and to be really honest with you, a little sad. So I texted him. I was like, "Hey, are you still awake?" And I got a message the next morning saying, "Was asleep. What did you want?" You! But a very specific part of you. Do you think like that is kind of weird texting? That's basically what our communication is like over text. The other day I got a message saying, "I bought unsweetened soy milk again." So I said, "Oh, you know how to keep a girl happy." And then he said, "Oh, I didn't know it was that easy." To which I responded, "Oh, but I want some banana with that soy milk." And that, dear people, is what you call sexting for vegans. You know, and of course, there is this crazy hot tension between us based on our texting, but when we are together, we also cuddle. I helped him pick out glasses, and he gives me plants and breakfast. You heard me right, plants. The man has a lot of seed. It's a a biologist. One time my roommate commented on it. She was like, you know, it's very impressive and kind of cool that you can keep a relationship like that and be so casual about it. And I'm like, cool. It's a little trick I'd like to call commitment issues. It's very cool. But I do put in the effort though. Around Christmas, I send him a card. And I make my own Christmas cards. So he's read the breast time of the year, surrounded by little drawings of boobs, which all of them were uneven. Not necessary to make a point, but my drawing skills are limited. So yeah, I mean, I'm thoughtful like that, but in a relationship like that, you also have to be a bit careful about what you say to another. Like, I want to let him know that I appreciate him, but I don't want him to think that I want to have his babies. So that kind of leads to compliments, being like, hey, I really like your body warmth. You know, like when my hands are cold and I can put them against your naked butt. It's very hot. I think you're really hot in a very platonic way, like a cousin, in like a very religious community culty kind of way. So yeah, it's but actually a few weeks ago I got another message from him saying, hey, you want to go for a walk? Walk. That's not in the contract. It's, I mean, at breakfast, his banana, my uneven clementine, so I put up a walk. So we met up during the day, and after some small talk, he goes, I have to tell you, or I have to tell you something. And my mind went to the sort of worst possible scenario ever and thought, oh my God, he's pregnant. But fortunately, no, he told me that he was seeing another girl and that it was getting serious, so he wanted to end things.
Aww.
Thank you. Yeah, they're kind of odd, right? But also, like, we have been seeing each other for over half a year, and I was so incredibly unaffected. I was more affected by the fact that it didn't affect me. Like, and then it kind of got me thinking, like, but then maybe this relationship wasn't really serving me as much as I thought, besides breakfast. And then, so, yeah, there's a vacancy open again. But I decided that besides looking for someone who enjoys the small magical things in life and thinks I'm hilarious, I also want to look for someone that rubs me in the right places, especially my heart. So yeah, and actually I'm really glad to tell you that tomorrow I'm holding my first official interview. So wish me luck and thank you very much.